feel like it's midnight when it's not, it's just the afternoon. I am at the point where I'm just like waiting for the pain to hit so that it can be over. But I really fucked up my arm today because I've been getting help with my laundry because my arms are still fucked. And I was like, I can do it myself, it's fine. And I could not, and my arm is just like, limp noodle day. I'm really hoping at some point I can go swimming again, because supposedly I can with the tube in, supposedly. But I feel like I need to have a discussion with my doctor first. But my joints are killing me. Swimming was the only thing, because like adding exercises doesn't really help. Like there's a lot of physical therapy things I could do, but it doesn't work if I can't even really bend my arm, you know what I mean? Like I can't add weight, I need to subtract weight to just like loosen up all my joints. Today is just like an off day and then I overdid it day, so I feel like I used to, this is also another reason why I don't vlog too much anymore, because I used to vlog when I would do exciting things. And now I'm not really doing a lot of exciting things. I'm mostly just kind of doing the same shit over and over and over again. And just like doing all of the maintenance tasks, and that takes like most of my day. And I don't feel like Vlogmas would be interesting to film like the same maintenance tasks over and over and over again. So I'm trying to film things that are different, but not a lot of things are different, if I'm being honest. I think today we're just gonna have a special interest blabber day, because this is my channel and I can do what I want with it. And yes, robots are a special interest. I feel like you guys know this by now, but comics are kind of the main thing, and I'm sorry. But this is why I generally prefer adults on my channel, because even if I'm not like, okay, maybe I should maybe I shouldn't aimlessly scroll in case I run into an issue with YouTube. But yeah, I love making comics, I love reading comics, I love everything about comics. And like my ultimate dream goal just for like life in general is, because like I'm up to page 200 now, and I have roughly 1,000 pages planned, and that isn't even all of it. But the goal is to get far enough along and then to have the absolute unrealistic dream that we're manifesting is to have it made into like an animated series. It would be my dream. It would be my dream goal dream. But also I'm such a control freak, and there's so many things that I wouldn't want cut because I write so much about like LGBT things and like just like the gender experience and expression and asexuality, and I feel like those types of and autism, and I feel like if any of those things got cut, I would lose my mind. Or just like changing like fundamental things about my characters. Like I don't want the straights to get a hold of them. It's basically, but that would be like dream end game. And it's exciting to me. It's what keeps me going, but it's exciting to me because I'm seeing a lot of comics and like web comics and those types of things being made into shows right now, and like animated series especially, because I couldn't do a live action. I feel like I don't watch live action shows. There's only a few that I actually like. It's just not for me. And like when I'm doing comics, I have such a particular style that I like that I would just, I don't know, I feel like it would be weird to see them as actual people. I wouldn't like it. I'd be weirded out. But I recently have been watching Invincible. It's always really interesting to me when I watch a show. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm on season 2 now, so I'm not completely up. I'm like season 2, episode 2, I think, that I'm on. I love it. I enjoy this style, but it's always so fun to see what the comic style is like, because it also makes me feel better, because like this is the first chapter, right? Or like one of the first chapters you can see the style, and then compared to like the last chapter, and it's like, okay. Okay, and it makes me feel better because it's like it still got picked up for a show and they didn't have to change anything, and like makes my heart so happy that the story was like good enough for them to be like, yeah, no, I mean, like, and I'm not saying the style is bad either, but like, it just comparatively, when you compare this to this, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff is just so exciting to me. But I have paper comics. I really like print. I like print media. I feel like a lot of comics are web comics, and I do post web comics, but I do it with a paper format, which people don't tend to like as much, and it frustrates me because everything I've studied about comics is from the paper format. It's not from this weird scrolly thing. And what are some good ones? My shelf is a fucking mess. Controversial opinion, Heartstopper, I wasn't really a fan. It's just kind of boring. I tend to prefer more dramatic things, and there just wasn't a lot going on. I'm sorry if you love it and that's your thing, but I felt like there were other better stories. I don't know. Image makes quite a few. I think Invincible is also an Image comic, actually. So they're not an indie brand for sure. But, well, are they indie? Is Image considered indie or not? Because they produce quite a few comics, but it's definitely not like mainstream. Deadly Class was good. I very much enjoy the colors and the art style. It's just, it's a good time. It's a good time. And like lots of crazy chaos, which I also enjoy. Lock and Key is also really fun. Quite enjoy. I want to make sure I'm like landing on anything too graphic when I do things, because I tend to like more intense comics. This style was also really good. The expressions I really enjoy. Like they got, oh, look at that. We got some good expressions. We got, it's good. It's fun. It's very dynamic. I enjoy it. This one is a Hail Mary. This is very graphic. There's no way I can censor this if I flip through it. So cover your eyes if you... but this is by Jonan Vasquez, the same creator of Invader Zim. And it's crazy to me that they gave this man a kids show, because this is insanely graphic. But Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, this one is all black and white, but he has such... I adore his panels and how everything is just this. I mean, this was written in, I think it was like 90. This was a much earlier thing for him, like 97 or something, I believe. I don't know if it was when it started or when it finished, but he went crazy with like all of the text that he does. Everything is by hand. All of the details that are just inked out are so insane. And he just sneaks, like, this is something that I will read over and over again purely to look at all of the details that he just puts everywhere. And it is so fun. You can see, I mean, there's, it's like absolute chaos, but it is so fun. And all of the, I will just like stare at these pages because they're so good. But it is insanely, just like brutal. If you can imagine the title, you know, it's a lot, but it's very good if you can handle the gore. But it is like very cartoony gore, and it's also black and white. So like, I feel like as far as gore goes, it's not the worst. I've definitely read worse, but this is one that I recommend to people. Not on a first date though. People were talking about this for a hot minute, and I was really curious, and I got it, and I really enjoyed it. And this is The Summer Hikaru Died, and this is a manga. This is a mango. Here, I should probably like give you guys some kind of fucking summary. But it's this horror mango where I'm so bad at summary. This the student, his best friend, dies, and his body is like taken over by this like mysterious creature in the woods that like is pretending to act like him. And it's really fun. The art style is good. You kind of get what you get with the title. It's like a summer in Japan with like these mysterious creatures in the woods. So I enjoy it, would recommend. And also there's not a lot of, I feel like there's not a ton of horror manga that I like, and I like this one, so if you, it's good. Here you go. This is another good one. It's got the sleeve and everything. Bubblegum Crisis is a anime, but there is just a teeny tiny comic adaptation. There's 4 little comics. The actual story is much longer, but I adore this style and the coloring, and this is the type of style where a lot of my inspiration for comics comes from. It's just those really bright colors and just very retro style. And this one has robots in it and mech suits, but it's very short. But if you can get your hands on one, I mean, there might be a version online somewhere that you can read. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not sure. But, and you can see all of the like old advertisements in old comics are also so fun. I adore them. But this is meant to be kind of a one-off of the show where they're ladies in mech suits and they fight these robots. And that's the gist. But it's more of for the aesthetic than for the story, if I'm being honest, but it's still a fun to flip through. Descender is also another one that I really recommend. This is also by Image. I mean, Image is the company, but these are the artist and the writer. But it's all done in watercolor, and it's this like space opera sci-fi about, this is also another robot one. I know you guys like the robots. But about this robot like companion that is like abandoned, and then his journey on trying to figure out the world around him. And it's just, look at that, look at it, it's watercolor. So fun. Definitely this is one of the top recommended for sure. This one I actually got pretty recently. I didn't realize that they had a Danny Phantom comic, which I thought was super exciting. It's fun, it's very quick, and I enjoy the style. It's not exactly the same as the original. There's like definitely a little bit of some stylization choices, but I do still really like the style. And it reads very much like how an actual episode would read. So this was fun, but it wasn't my favorite just because it was such a quick read and it felt more like just kind of sitting and watching an episode, but it was still good. I still enjoyed it. I feel like I should stop because otherwise I'm just gonna go through every fucking comic I've ever read, and that's maybe not a good idea right now. But yeah, even just getting books printed would be so exciting. I cannot wait to hold physical copies of my stuff in my hands because it's been so many years of making stuff. But I'm still trying to figure out, because I have 1,000 pages planned. So like, I don't think people realize how expensive it is to print comics now, because the cost of printing like anything in color has gone up so significantly just in the past couple years, like since COVID. It's gone up a lot in general over the years, but just past 3 years really kind of escalated that. But if I were to just print like an individual, like with the 200 pages I have now, if I were to just print 200 pages and have that be like book one, it would cost me $40 to print a single copy. So like, it wouldn't be feasible to do anything with that. Like, I could have one just for me, but realistically, because that's not even counting profit, that's just like, I pay them and they give me a book for $40. And like, that's, no. But it's because I'm doing color. Like, I think probably this is around 200 pages. So like, it's not, you know, it's not like the one in the sleeve that I was showing you. Like, you know, it's a decent amount of pages. And when you print this many pages, I don't know how they printed this. How they print how do they print this? Because this is like good color. good color printing. Oh, if I can hold this weird and ruin it. And this was 16 bucks. How did they make a profit on this? Who was their printer? Okay, there is a printer, but I imagine they had to buy like 1,000 copies, and that's probably why. No one would be buying it right now, so I can't buy 1,000 copies because that would not be realistic. But do I do 200 pages? Do I do 300, 400? Because then the price goes up. So I feel like for 200 pages, like $20 is maybe something I could realistically do if I ordered in bulk. But if it was 300 pages, then it would be 30, 440, etc., etc. And I have 1,000. It definitely has to be split up. It can, I mean, you could do, I don't know how they did this either. I can't even pick up this book. Oh my god. This thing, it's in color, but it is so monstrously huge. It's so big. But I believe this was like $50. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, $59.99. But look at this absolute, I don't even know how many pages are in here. This is huge. I could do something like this, but would anybody? I mean, I'm curious for the people who like Saga, if they bought the thinner versions for $10 each, because it is more expensive to buy the thinner versions, but you're only paying 10 bucks at a time. Or if they just splurged on the 60. Because I mean, this one was a gift, so I didn't even buy this one. Which I'm very grateful for. Thank you, by the way. Saga was also fun. Saga is space opera. I feel like it's the thing when you're looking at indie comics. I feel like Saga is one of the things that comes up a lot. Image, also by Image. I mean, look at, what do you guys think? Would you rather buy something like this for 60 or something like this for 20? Because I mean, I don't know. It might be more bang for your buck, but I don't even know how they printed this. I don't even know if this is feasible. But you know, that's the discussion for today. If you guys have any comic recommendations that you would like to share, let me know. Drop a comment. And indulge me for the day, please. But yeah, you get a blabber, and I'm gonna go about the rest of my day. Okay. Bye.